Good morning, my dear student. Welcome back in online class of Bal Sadhana group of institutions. Myself Parveen Chaudhary, and I teach you about the next dynasty, Tughlaq dynasty. Yesterday we discussed about the Khilji dynasty, Jalaluddin Khilji, Alauddin Khilji, and Kutubuddin Mubarak Khilji, and Nasiruddin Khusro Shah. In the previous video, we see about the market policy of Alauddin Khilji, reforms, and his empire and his victories. So today we discuss about the new dynasty, and this dynasty is Tughlaq dynasty. Tughlaq dynasty was founded by the Ghazi Malik. Ghazi Malik was the Wazir and in the court of Khusro Shah. And after Ghazi Malik, when Ghazi Malik sat on the throne of Delhi, he named as Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. And when the Ghazi Malik attack on Khusro Shah, he was the governor of Punjab. So today we discuss about the Tughlaq dynasty. So let's start our topic. Tughlaq dynasty ruled from 1322 1414 AD. So we study in Tughlaq dynasty about the Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq, Muhammad bin Tughlaq, and Firoz Shah Tughlaq. So first I teach you about the Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. He became the Sultan of Delhi after the killing of Nasiruddin Khusro Shah in 1320 AD. Soon after he becomes Sultan, he had faced provincial rebellion, and when he faced the provincial rebellion, he sent his son Jona Khan. Jona Khan was after the Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Jona Khan to Warangal against the Pratap Rudradev of Telangana, and a military campaign conducting in Odisha also, in which Ulugu Khan got victorious. During reception ceremony in Delhi, a wooden building collapsed, and due to this he died in 1325. One thing I forget, and last military campaign of Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq was separation of the rebellion of Bengal. The last military campaign of Ghayasuddin Tughlaq was suppression of the rebellion of Bengal, and he died in 1325 AD when a wooden building collapsed on him, which was built to welcome the victorious king, and he established a city named Tughlaqabad. He populated a city named Tughlaqabad, and he died in 1325 AD. After the Ghayasuddin Tughlaq, his son Jona Khan became the next ruler, and Jona Khan became the Sultan in the name of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, and he became the ruler in after the death of his father in 1325. He ruled from 1325 to 1351 AD. He renamed its capital as Daulatabad. First, his capital was Delhi, and after that, its capital was, he renamed his capital, or he shifted his capital and as Daulatabad. And his name Muhammad bin Tughlaq name is being related by different titles such as amazing mixture of contradiction, bloodthirsty, means Muhammad bin Tughlaq is known as some other names like as the amazing mixture of contradiction. Other name was bloodthirsty. In the period of Tughlaq, Muhammad bin Tughlaq, kingdom was divided into 23 provinces, and in the time period of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, the Tughlaq Empire kingdom was divided into 23 provinces. Next important thing, he issued copper and bronze token currency, means he issued token currency as a copper and bronze in 1330 AD. So people make the fake currency, and you see when the fake currency circulation in the market, the GDP of the market or the country become down. So in the time period of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, the economy of this empire become very down due to circulation of a fake currency, because he started the copper and bronze token currency, and at the time copper and bronze founded easily. Next, Moroccan travelers visited India during his rule, named Ibn Battuta. He mentioned 5 policy. Name first, increasing the tax in Doab region, the region between the 2 rivers, and he increased the tax in Doab, Ganga and Yamuna river, because the land of between these river is very fertile. So he think that the land is very fertile, then people grow more crops, and he take large part of revenue from the Doab region. So he increased the tax in the Doab region. And second, he making Devgiri as his capital. Second, he shifted his capital from Delhi to Devgiri. So in this time, during this period, when he shifted his capital from Delhi to Devgiri, many people were migrated or shifted from Delhi to Devgiri, and many peoples were died in the way during their travels. Second, next, issuing token currency of copper and bronze. Next, he attack on Khurasan. Khurasan was now in present Pakistan. He was Muhammad bin Tughlaq was the first ruler who paid salary to soldiers in advance. So his soldiers was ready to attack on Khurasan, but he was unsuccessful and he returning back. Then his expedition was failed. Next, he campaigned to Karchil. Karchil was the present area of Himalaya region, and you know Himalaya region covered by snow and mountains, so the soldiers could not peak on the mountain. So the soldiers and these expeditions also failed. Muhammad bin Tughlaq was sent an ambassador to China in 1342, and he was died in 1351. After the death of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, his cousin brother Firoz Shah became the Sultan in 1351 AD, and he appointed Firoz Shah Tughlaq appointed his son Fateh Khan as his successor, and he issued coin along with his name. Firoz Shah Tughlaq did military campaigns twice after Haji Ilyas of Bengal, and he got independent, means the ruler of Bengal got independent, but Firoz Shah was failed. Firoz Shah made administration and military job as a hereditary. Hereditary means after the father of his son become the soldiers, and dropped the practice of testing the ability and qualification. He dropped the testing of ability and qualification along with his own name, and he also announced his son Fateh Khan as his successor, and he inscribed his name on the coins along with his own name, and he populated town name Hisar Firozabad and Zonabad and Fatehbad. Zonpur was present now in Uttar Pradesh, Firozabad present in Delhi, Hisar Firoza present in Haryana, and Fatehbad also a district of Haryana. He next we study about several policies adopted by Firoz Shah Tughlaq. Jizya was imposed. First jizya was in Alauddin Khilji we studied. Jizya was imposed on the Hindu community. After Firoz Shah, Alauddin Khilji, Firoz Shah impose jizya on Brahmins. He gave death sentence to supporter of the sect. He gave death sentence to the supporter of Shia sect of Muslim, and he non-Islamic punishment were terminated. He ended 24 type of non-Shariat tax. He imposed only 4 type of tax. First, khairaj. Khairaj is type of lagan or revenue. Zakat is a religious tax paid by Muslim, and this paid is 2.5% of the actual income. Comes war booty means when the king attack on other state and he gain 1/5 part to the deposit in the state treasury, and 4/5 part give to his army. And jizya was imposed on Brahmins, and jizya is a religious tax. He abolished non-Islamic punishment. Diwane Bandagan was created to keep account of slave. Means he created an department to account the number of slaves, named Diwane Bandagan. The post of soldiers were hereditary. Means after the death of his father, his son become the new soldiers. He established a new department related to give donation and charity by the name of Diwane Khairat. He established a department, Diwane Khairat, to give donations and charity to the poor people. And he also made a hospital named Dar-ul Shifa. He banned sati system during his rule, and he reconstructions of Qutub Minar after when he collapsed, and he died in the 1388 after the Firoz Shah Tughlaq. After the Firoz Shah Tughlaq, the last ruler Nasruddin Mahmud became the next ruler in 1394 AD. I tell you first about the Firoz Shah Tughlaq one line. He also promoted the cultivation of grapes and watermelon in Delhi and built many gardens. Firoz Shah also promoted the cultivation of grapes and watermelon in the Delhi and built many garden. So next, Nasruddin Mahmud. Nasruddin Mahmud was the last ruler of Tughlaq dynasty. During his time, Turkish invader Temur Lung invaded India in 1398 AD, and his minister Khizr Khan supported Temur Lung. And when Temur Lung invaded in India,